Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. And this morning, I'd like to share to you some information about LGBT Pride Month celebration. So I'd like to share my screen. Okay, so ito yung mga kailangan nating malaman tungkol sa LGBT Pride Month. So June is LGBT Pride Month. That is also stated in Deputy Order 32, Series of 2017 on Gender-Responsive Basic Education Policy. The month of June is celebrated by LGBT community as Pride Month. This is being observed by a lot of LGBT communities in the world as they come together to celebrate freedom of being themselves. Ang LGBT Pride gatherings ay bunga ng mahirap at mahabang pakikibaka ng LGBT community kontra sa diskriminasyon sa iba't ibang lipunan sa buong mundo upang sila ay kilalanin at tanggapin kung ano at sino sila. The original organizers chose this month to pay homage to the Stonewall Uprising na pag-uusapan din natin mamaya in June 1969 in New York City, which helped spark the modern gay rights movement. So how did it start? In the early hours of June 28, 1969, police raid Stonewall Inn, a gay bar in New York's Greenwich Village, and began hauling customers outside. Tensions quickly escalated as patrons resisted arrest, and a growing crowd of bystanders threw bottles and coins at the officers. New York's gay community, fed up after years of harassment by authorities, erupted in neighborhood riots that went on for 3 days. The uprising became a catalyst for an emerging gay rights movement as organizations such as the Gay Liberation Front and the Gay Activists Alliance were formed, modeled after the civil rights movement and the women's rights movement. Members held protests, met with political leaders, and interrupted public meetings to hold those leaders accountable. A year after the Stonewall riots, the nation's first gay pride marches were held. In 2016, the area around the Stonewall Inn, still a popular night spot today, was designated a national monument. LGBT, maraming nagtatanong, ano ba ang LGBT, LGBTQ, and more? LGBT is an acronym meaning lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender for LGBT. The term sometimes is extended to LGBTQ or even LGBTQIA to include queer, intersex, and asexual groups. Queer is an umbrella term for non-straight people. Intersex refers to those sex or to those whose sex is not clearly defined because of genetic, hormonal, or biological differences. And asexual describes those who don't experience sexual attraction. So may mga bagay-bagay tayong hindi alam, no? Maaring hindi natin ito nararanasan, pero nararanasan ng ibang tao. So these terms may also include gender fluid people or those whose gender identity shifts over time or depending on the situation. So meron po ng ganun. Ayan. Sa ating napakinggan, pinaaalalahanan lamang tayo na ang gender ay malawak ang saklaw. Hindi lamang ito tumutukoy sa kulay na puti at itim. Ito ay tumutukoy sa kulay na matatagpuan sa bahaghari. Maaring Hindi natin kakulay ang iba. Ngunit kailangan tanggapin at igalang dahil ang bawat isa ay may karapatang mabuhay ayon sa kung sino at ano siya. Ayan, I've got my reference from there, no? By Ayana Archie and Brandon Briggs of CNN sa kanilang blog. Thank you very much everyone at sana patuloy natin igalang ang karapatan ng bawat isa. Bye for now!